Welcome back to my sixth class for Jira. So this will be the probably the last class we'll be having, and we'll hide this. Okay. Here what we'll discuss. So far we have discussed most of things in Jira. I hope you got good hold of this Jira and you know how to use it, how to use this dashboard, projects, issues and reports, how to create and all those things. So I hope you're good with this. The only thing remaining here is Confluence. So Confluence is technically not the part of Jira. It's actually the integrated for Jira. There is a Bitbucket and all those things where you can check in the code and all those things. Okay, but since this is linked with this this is will be useful. I'm sorry, this linked with this, so we kind of have this overview of Confluence. It's not really part of Jira, but you will be using, if let's say if company is using Jira, they might be using only Jira, not Confluence, or they might be, probably there is a chance of using both Jira as well as Confluence. And there are a lot of features for Atlassian. So Atlassian is a company, and they have this Bitbucket where you can check in the code. It's like GitHub, GitHub, where you can check in the code and all those things, maintain the versions and all those. And Confluence, we go to Confluence. So this is for SharePoint. Let's say you have a test plan document, right? Let's figure it out. Do I have a test plan document? Yeah, that's good. Let's say this is a test plan document, okay, and there's a project here, and you have to, and who prepares this? This plan is prepared by lead, QA lead, okay, and all these things are there, right? But you need to share this. You need some you cannot email everyone, no, you cannot do that because a lot of people will be busy, so no emailing business for these things. So what you do here is you have this Confluence option where you can upload it. Okay, let's close this. You can upload it here, so that it's useful for the team. Let's say not this for now. This will just keep this. And it suddenly pop up that this is a cloud, right? So they pop up every time they see this. Okay. This is for test plan document, test strategy document, or architect document, or database flow, or all these documents, right? You're working on a project. You might be a developer, you might be a tester, doesn't matter. You're a business analyst. Let's say business analyst. You want to see the requirement document, right? It has to be somewhere, right? Where it has to be, you can put it in Confluence. So that is the use. So SharePoint, it's kind of SharePoint. SharePoint is actually I think from IBM. I guess it's from IBM, SharePoint. But here in Atlassian, we call it as Confluence. That means you can store documents for this. Now let's see this is a little bit convoluted process here. I myself don't like the way the interface is. It's not intuitive, but we'll still manage to how do we get hold on this. Okay, so if you don't know, we can go back here, click on this apps and go back here to the Jira, and this thing shows up in the Jira. So if you want to go back to Confluence, click on this app button and go back to Confluence, and here you see this is kind of documents where you here you go. This is for product requirements, meeting notes. Meeting notes is very important, where you have this meeting notes. Let's try to navigate this and see if there is something here. I really don't like this, but okay. Where did I go? I think I went to spaces, right? Yeah, space. So here is a space, and I created so not everyone have access to create this space. Not everyone can create space. Admin can create space. If you want to create space, if you are a tester or a developer, I think developer might have access or not sure. But even though if you are a tester, you don't have access, you need to raise a request and it has to get approved from your manager. If it doesn't get approved, it doesn't get you don't get access. So here you have this access, so can use it. Good to know. And here once you know this same thing, create space. So here's same thing. So I have this two of them. Somebody created this. That's fine. You can create yourself. But let's say this is my project. Let's go to this IATTFF. You know, this is what this thing. I hate this thing. This thing is, you know, I don't want to show up, and I don't know these guys. These are tech lead, team lead, developer. Really, I don't know them. Okay, so okay, so here this is overview. That's the reason I don't like this interface, because never mind. Okay, I'll go ahead and go to files list. Okay, this is better. Go to files list, and once you go to this files list, you have this option of creating this. You know, you can so this kind of creating space inside a space. You know, like Inception. You see the movie Inception, dream inside the dream. Inside the dream, you know, it's, somebody said that Inception is possible to Fibonacci series. Not sure of that, but never mind. So this is a similar kind of thing, a space inside the space. You know, if you don't understand that, you can watch the movie Inception. You go into dream, inside the dream you go into one more dream. It's kind of a similar thing what you're doing here. Okay, so I've created a space inside the space, and I don't think this is a space. Oh yeah, that was a space, that's right. So oh, too bad, I went to the wrong place. Okay, once you go to here, all these guys have actually created it, but not required. Once you go into the files list, click on, I'll click on this. Here, this is a space. Inside that is a one more space, Manumitra, which is, you know, this is the space name. We are in the actually the files list. Here you can store your test plan. So I told a few of those people to create. So this one I gave this as a homework. I guess to give a lot of homework. Some people did create this. So here what you can do is you can create your not create, you can upload. You have to upload this document. Let's try to do that right now. Test plan, and guess what? What's today's date? Today's date is 28. So I'll change this test plan to let's do this. Okay, this is 2 is the 02 is actually the month, and 28 is the date. Okay, and okay, 2019 is the year. That's how I try to do this, because a lot of files will get confused. So so test plan, you know, go ahead and I'll try to go ahead and click on this, and once you do this, you don't have this delete access here. Okay, and you successfully uploaded this test plan. Okay, so this is for uploading. It's not just test plan. You can create a strategy, you can upload. It's just for uploading normally. Now what happens is, once you get access to this URL is important. If you don't know the URL, then this user interface is not intuitive, so you want to get this URL actually. So once you get this URL, you have this all the document in place, and here you can see that you can also create a version, is version 1, and if you want to upload one, you can upload on the same thing. You cannot delete this, you need super admin access to delete this. Okay. Again, this Facebook style, like, I don't know what is there to like about here, but I really don't understand this, guys. This Atlassian guys should supposed to be social networking guys rather than making test management tools. That's really funny that they have this option, and they again put that emoticons, angry emoticon, and hate emoticon, all those things. It's really not required as a professional level. When you're in a professional level, this is really not good, but nevertheless. So here, that's how you do it for these documents. You can document, you can upload actually. Not will not go for test cases. Do you have another ETL testing scenarios? Let's see what does ETL testing scenarios. Yeah, I'll try to upload this one. We'll see what happens. You can upload it. So that's now what happens is, once you get access to this, what happens is you can have this, you can download this and view the documents for your testing. The reason, because let's say a requirement, you need a requirement, right? Let's say requirement, and the requirement guy actually puts all the document here. Product owner puts all the documents, and you need to, so you cannot ask BA, I want this document, they will not tell you. You have to figure it out. So that's the reason this Confluence is, okay, so that you can see here and download it yourself. Okay, that's about the file list. I've created, actually this is on my name, but so many people have sorry about that, so many people have created it. But technically, if you are going as a tester or developer, even if the developer has to create, they have to reach out to architect people or their manager. Not everyone can create this space. Most important is you are creating a space inside a space. Okay. Oh, that's not complicated. If you know the Inception movie, you will understand this better. You are actually creating a space inside a space. But you need that actually, because not this space thing, because lot of people will be using it, and lot of people will be having this access. So you want to do this. So that's about this file list. Then you have this decision log. If you have any logs which, let's say, if you are running an Informatica job or something, you want to put these logs, you can create here. Let's see if you can try to do this. What are you deciding is, we'll just put as test planning, kind of thing. Who needs to make help with this? We need help from product owner. Since we are in agile environment, we'll just use product owner. And due date, as of we don't have any due date, but we'll just put as 31st. Or that Sunday. Ooh, nobody works on Sundays. Okay. And then create. I think something didn't work well. So this is how you can create. Again, you have this option of, this went way too complex. I don't think I need this one at this time. There's an option to publish. We don't need this. So that's not the point. Here the point is you can create your decision logs, and you can create your own. So that's about the decision. Meeting notes, that's a very good thing. So this meeting notes is handled by product owner. You will be having daily scrum meeting, right? Okay, so we'll talk about this. So when you're working in agile, let's say you're working in the agile, we'll go back here and try to understand this. So you have various meetings, right? Where is it so see here, sprint planning, okay, daily scrum. So you see here there's a lot of meeting, people are standing here, that's called daily scrum or stand up meeting. Okay, sprint review meeting, sprint retrospective meetings. So these are the meetings you have. And one more, you have the sprint grooming. It's not here in this wiki, but maybe I should have added it. Sprint grooming session. There is also sprint grooming where you can also do it's similar to sprint planning. If you miss something, you can put in sprint grooming section. So all these notes, you can put in the meeting notes. This is done by the product owner. Okay, just to give you a heads up to to understand this. So most probably you will not be working on this one, but if you do, then you go ahead and create meeting notes. And so, oh wow, this has changed a lot from 2 years. And what, so you want to see this? Okay, let's say what meeting note are you preparing for? Now it's a GM online sprint 1. Alright, learn the basics. No, I don't think so. Okay, oh, I don't think so. Okay, time. When was it? You can add this time in item GMO post. Who was the presenter? If you know the name, let's put my name. And then what did we discuss in that meeting? Did we, added a new user story? Allocated time frame, etc., etc. And you can use this hashtag. Okay, fair enough. So we'll just use this at. My name doesn't show up. Oh, but okay. And time of there's no option here. So we will be putting as maybe 20. I'll just put the date actually. You can put the time 10 a.m. or 15. I'm sorry, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. whatever the time is. What I'll do here is we'll just put today's date so that and if you have any discussions, so I don't think so. And go ahead and click on publish. So once you do that, so this is how it goes. Oh, it's not required. Okay. Oh, goals. We didn't put goals. I can edit anytime. I'll go ahead and edit it. Goals. I didn't find this goals thing. Oh, here we go. Okay. The goal for the meeting. So what is this meeting is about? So we were sprint planning. We have the sprint. We will put all the sprint grooming. All this will not be in one meeting, so we'll just not do too much of things. So this is how you can add this meeting notes, and this gets added. You can add as many as meeting notes you want. Okay, so that's how you can add this meeting notes. Next, let's go to the next section, that is product requirements. So we don't have this product requirements, too bad. Okay, so what here product requirements is the requirements. Okay, so it's a requirement. You can create your own requirement here. I don't need that. So this is actually the requirement. Let's say I want the requirement for GMO online project. GMO online, and I just put as why it is draft in progress. I'll just put it in progress. Okay, so we can give a color, blue color. Great. Target release is March 28th 2019. Okay. Designer, who is the designer? Tech lead, technical writers, QA team. You can add these people, whoever is responsible. And the goal, yeah, what's the goal about? To complete GMO project. GMO online project. Okay, so if you have any metric, you can add this metric. And then what's the requirement? So you can keep adding the requirements. So instead of adding this yeah, here you have Jira issue, which issue it is related to, and what the requirement is all about. So for example, right, let's go to GMO actually pretty quick and show you. So I want this page to be designed. So page of GMO, let's say this whole page, right, should be designed. So GMO online, alright, and the user story, you can write user stories own words, buttons, images, and legal, actually what, copyright information. Okay, so this is kind of user story. And if you know the Jira issue, so since we have created a lot of user story, right, you can add that too. So if you want, so that the developer can choose that one. And if there's any out of scope, you can put this out of scope, and if you have any questions and answers, you can do that here. So I'll go ahead and click on publish. So we have just created a requirement. So we have this requirement here, and so this is how you can create your requirement. Alright, let's go to the next tab, sprint retrospective. Now this is maintained normally by Scrum Master. Sprint retrospective, let's see what is that. So sprint retrospective, as I told you, right, it covers three major things: what went good, what didn't go good, how can we improve which didn't go good, right? So I'll go ahead and create sprint retrospective here. Oh, it's clicking too much. So which team is it for? Or do we have team here? Alright, I'll just create a new team. And so normally, if it's for this works as a team, right? There's a lot of team members in Agile. So team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, and each team is working on a different process. This thing is same old thing. Again, GMO online, sprint 1 retrospective. Okay, so here you want to write down the things, like first thing is what went good in sprint 1. Okay, the second thing is what did not go well in sprint 2. do. Like we took too much time, to complete this user story. Instead of 1 month, it took 1.5 months. We want to improve it, so you don't want to do that because management will question. So why did it take too much time? You have to answer that. There's coordination issue. We're coordinating with a different team and all those things. And how can we improve? Which did not go well. So here, after doing that, you can go ahead and click on publish. Okay, so that's how you can use this Confluence. So that's pretty much about the Confluence. Actually, it's a SharePoint where you share actually. So let's say if you are a new guy, okay, so here's the thing, here's the deal. You are a new guy, right? You're a new guy and you got access to Jira, and you also have access. Probably you might not have access to Confluence. So when you go to this Confluence, it will show the pop-up saying that access denied. You have to contact your system administrator or something like that. Once you get access to it, you will end up having this kind of options here. So you want to go to spaces and see the documents that is related for you. So let's say this is my space, this is the project which I am working on. Now not all project will be visible for you. Only project which is required for you will be showing up. So here you have this decision log. We don't go there. So files list. Here I'll go to the project. Let's say these are the projects, different projects. Supposed to create this project name. Maybe I can edit it, but it doesn't matter. Here where you find your test plan document, test strategy document, or requirement documents, or architecture document, ETL mapping document. All those documents you are supposed to be here. Okay, files list. And then meeting notes. Once you complete the meeting, let's say you are in sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, what they discuss and what is happening here, you can see it right here. So you will be having only read only access, because you cannot update this. This is updated by meeting notes, normally updated by Scrum Master. Don't do it, but if they have time, they will do it. But they don't have much time to do all this. Product owner will be doing this work. Product requirements. Here you go. So there's a difference between file list and product requirements. Sorry. So here in file list, you may have all the documents what is required, but product requirements is specifically only for that particular project or particular requirements. Let's say I'm working on GMO Online Pay, right? So this will be the requirement only for GMO Online, and you are not supposed to have this test plan, test strategy, or all those documents. It will not be here, because as the name itself shows, it's a product requirements. It's a requirement for which you're working on the project. Okay. All right. Then you have sprint retrospective. As we talk about this, sprint retrospective is used to. Why did this thing show up here? Oh, sorry. I was in the previous page. Okay. Sprint retrospective discusses about what went good, what didn't go good, and I did some mistake here. Okay. So, cannot edit that. So this is supposed to be sprint 1. But I'm not able to edit this. The only way, yeah, here you go. put this to 1. So this will have version controlling, so that if I edited something, it will have that information that I edited that one and previous document should have some version control system. So do we have this? So here you have a lot of option. Oh yeah, if you have this Slack, let's say Slack notifications. Right now I do have Slack here. So it shows about if you have team members in your in your team, then it shows up here, and you can directly coordinate with the team members. This is taking forever. Okay, let's wait for it. It takes 2 minutes of time because I didn't open that. So okay. Okay, so here you can coordinate with the team, and you can have this. You can have this all this option. You'll import to Word document. That means you can pull that from the Word. If you have all the sprint retrospective, you can put it here, or export it. You can export it. Export to PDF. Let's see how does it looks like. Let's export it. Okay, it's done. Complete. Great. And let's see how does it looks like. I've never exported it, but you don't really have that option of doing all those things. It's only admin access. Mostly it will have the admin access. So here you go. This is what it looks like when you export it. Okay. Close this. Oops, I closed. I thought that was not closed. Okay, never mind, we can go back here. That's how you can access the Confluence. It's not just sprint retrospective. You can actually access I think you can export almost all of that in this. Let's go to here Confluence and see if we can do that for other two. So inside the Confluence you have space. Inside the space you have one more space, because this is so the reason you require this, because to organize your project. Okay, you're working on 3 to 4 projects or 5 projects at a time, and you want to organize it. Okay, go to GM Online, and this is the GM Online. I think you can also, you can do this, the same thing. You can do this, and you can have this Slack notifications, import. If you want to import view source, not sure what does it do. It shows the source code actually, not really the source code, but the source of this actually. So, and like this page, I'm not sure why. Result comments. If you have any comments, you post comments here, and update the requirements. I have opened and you can give this issue number. Okay, and once it's done, somebody would reply to it and see that it's this is taken care of it. So that's how you navigate the pages for your Confluence. Okay, this is more of a sharing the documents. What is Confluence about? Sharing the documents, test plan, test strategy, all this will be in the file list, and requirements will be a separate. Requirement is what you have to proceed for your development or testing, or about the project. Basically it's about the project to develop and test. Okay, and then that's all pretty much. And we have this option. Let's go to space information, space logo. We're gonna change the logo. Okay, so we have this content tools. Let's go to content tools. So these are the many options for the space which I created. Yeah, this is a little bit slow here. So it's more than slow. Okay, so so that's the point. So the most important thing here is for Confluence, you want to view the file list, meeting notes, product requirement, retrospectives, and decision logs. If possible, see those things. Okay, so those are the things which you want to view it. Oh, still loading. Wow, it took a lot of time. So that's how. So let's say let's take an example. Let's say you've gone into project and it's first day of the project, and you want to get all this access done technically. If if you don't have access to it, because nobody will give you all these documents, you have to find out your own documents from here, from the file list or product requirements. So okay, so it's not necessary that the person who is using Jira should also be using Confluence. They might be using a different thing, but if you are using Confluence, so this is how the option will be. Okay, so this is how it goes, and you have this attachment. This is actually kind of metadata for this. So but the more important thing is five important things. Decision log, where you can put the log, like sometimes you could have this in logs files, Unix logs, Informatica logs, and all those things. Not just only that logs, but also you can if you have these options. Let's see if I can create a template. Okay. Let's try to create one. Let's put the same guy. And we'll go to March 29th. Create. Once you create it, once you've done this, we will go give the title as okay. So you can put the information here, who is approval, who is, and what's the outcome of the decision. I'll put in progress, and what the background, what to go with the data, just for the and go ahead and publish it. So once it's done, so you will be seeing the product owner, and this is the guy who is supposed to do this. So that's pretty much of about Confluence. Oh, and yeah, so I forgot about this. This is also in the this Confluence is also kind of whole world inside this Confluence. So you have this option of creating a different thing. Okay, you can create your own file list, you can create your own product requirements, you can create blog posts, meeting notes, the same thing what we were discussing. This is basically you're creating pages for yourself. You troubleshoot articles. Wow, this is good. I want to add this more information. Troubleshoot articles, project, task report, project plan, Jira report, decision, how to article is beautiful. you want to put, let's say somebody new guy has joined, experienced guy, of course, experienced guy or the new guy, and they don't know how to do this. You want to put this how to article. So what they do is, why don't you, they will just give that URL and say this, why don't you give this, you view this article. But if you don't have access, you cannot really view that. So first you need to get access for this Confluence. So, and which project you want to create, you can create for many projects. Although we are having so many projects, only 3 projects you can see, right? Only 3 projects are showing up, but it's very interesting. So I can change the projects. So that's pretty much, if you want, you can create, I have no issues, you can, that will show up here actually, the number of pages. So that's pretty much for Jira and Confluence. I hope you like this video, and this will be pretty much end of the tutorial of all my classes, and you'll be getting access. I'll put that one into actually I'll add that one, so you have this username and password so that you can use this. So I hope you like this video, and I hope if you like it, just make sure you give feedback. Don't leave a negative feedback. Before that, you can contact me, so that see, here's the thing, if I miss something here, you can coordinate. So communication skills is important. So you want to communicate to me and say that, hey, this is what is it, can you please explain this? Maybe we can schedule a meeting, or maybe we can talk about this. Send an email, I'll send an answer, or we can we can coordinate through video call, and we can sort it out. But if you have any questions, but you have to be proactive. If you're then you can leave a feedback based on that. Okay, based on, after coordination, if I didn't coordinate, of course that's my mistake, and you can give a negative feedback. But if you didn't coordinate with me, and you don't, that will show your communication skills. Okay, if you didn't coordinate it with me, and I would, of course, I will most probably I'll be responding it. If I didn't respond it, of course that will be a negative feedback for me. But if you are not coordinating and leaving negative feedback, then it reflects your communication skills. So that's the reason I would recommend you to have first get contact to me if you are having any problem with the something. We can figure it out, we can work on it, and if you really not happy with that, that's a different story. But without coordination, without communication skills, if you are leaving a negative feedback, that shows your communication skills. So that's pretty much with the end of this class, and good luck, and I hope you'll get a certificate for this. Yes, so good luck for your for your future, and for your testing. If you're testing or developing or whatever reason, I hope this gives some introduction for using this Jira. Okay, since it's a cloud, you'll have a good understanding. Okay, thanks for watching, and good luck.